let's get to going. Welcome. Thank you for listening to the 2D podcast, 2d Dojin Ongaku.
Welcome.
My name is Veto, and
I'm DJ. I'm alive. Shocker.
Sounds a lot better, that's for sure.
I've been sick for over a month, and I'm still sick, but through the power of cough drops, I am here speaking to you today.
Today we're going to be, this week, I guess, we're going to be talking about a Dojin album released last year by the circle Liptone. It's called, what is it called? It's called Koyo ni Shika. I would localize this as poetry in autumn colors. Koyo is literally the word for the act of the leaves changing color in the fall.
Oh, cool.
So that's a very nice imagery sentiment. You know, like it's a very specific meaning. Shika is poetry. I think like maybe classic Japanese poetry, but you know, just poetry in general is how I would have just localized that. So yeah, Koyo ni Shika by Liptone. Liptone is a circle that I guess officially was started last year, 2018. There are two main members, although I guess, yeah, we can talk about that. It's my notes here is it's a Toho arrangement circle that doesn't really have much online presence.
Mm-hmm.
Am I saying that? Not presence, but presence. Because the vocalist Nanase, who was was a member of Ja neっ亭, is still the lead vocalist and lyricist of Liptone, and then the other member is Nokishita. I think that's going to be the proper reading of that name. I don't know if you looked into that.
Yeah, that's what I got. I couldn't figure out any other reading.
His Twitter handle is normal. Normal 3210. I mean, I'll have links to everything, but it's just like his Twitter handle is normal. So literally the word normal. So
yeah, not much to go by.
Yeah. And then while they're not a member, Hakuro has been doing all the illustrations, well, at least for the first two releases they did. So Hakuro was the illustrator for Ja neっ亭as well. This was their second release from 2018. I guess their second release in general. This was released at Fall Ray Taisai, the fifth one, which was, of course, last year. I keep saying it, 2018.
In October.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I know I've mentioned Ja neっ亭a couple times. Ja neっ亭was another, I guess, rock circle.
Was?
Was. They're not. So it's weird because here's what I've written here. So I'm not really sure why Janet has like stopped arranging as Ja neっ亭. You know, I don't know if they're busy or they just don't want to anymore. If there's just like no specific information, I guess, or no posting or anything on the website. I haven't like dug through Janet's Twitter or anything, but
sure.
Nanase has still been actively making music this whole time. Also has a Let's Play channel where he plays a lot of Splatoon with his friends.
Yeah, and I think his most popular videos are like Splatoon
arrangements.
Yeah, vocal arranges.
Yeah. No, it's very cool actually. So then I'm gonna link to that channel as well. But that's called Kando Goku. Sensitivity level 500 million is the name of his Let's Play channel. I guess also the name of the circle he has on the channel.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, it's very cool actually. So I mean, I'd link that. Check that out if you like Splatoon and rock, because actually Nokishita of Liptone also helps with those songs too. I'm sure that's really where they started working together, I guess. I don't know, that was sort of like in the interim between Ja neっ亭's last release, which was I think around like 2015. I didn't actually check this to be sure, but I think it was around 2015. The reason I know that is because the first time we went to Japan and I was tabling, I actually missed Janet coming to the space that I was at. He dropped off Ja neっ亭CDs, but I did not actually meet him. Funny enough, Janet actually plays guitar in Mojambo right now.
Oh, is that right?
So he was actually at the show, and I didn't know that was him. So, oops. I apologized on Twitter later, like this month or last month. I'm wait, you were at the show. You were the guy to the right
Oh man.
He's on. I'm like, I had no idea. He's like, no, I wasn't really in the venue that much either. Next time for sure we'll hang out. I'm like, okay, let's
Solid.
hang out next time. Anyway, back to Liptone. I actually have their first two CDs, and they released a third album, or release anyway. Like I don't know if they want to call it like an EP or an album, as a USB stick. This past Ray Taisai in May, which I had to buy digitally because the person who buys my CDs bought the wrong CD. He actually bought their first CD again for me. So I actually have a sealed.
Oops.
I have a sealed copy. I should probably figure out how I'm going to get rid of that, or if I can trade it back. Maybe I'll just do a giveaway or something at some point. But
Is that available anywhere? Their third release? Because I'm not seeing it on their booth page.
so yeah, that's because there's no individual digital. Well, there's no digital Toho downloads on the Circle's own pages anymore because of the booth Toho restrictions now. So there is no way to get that third release at this point.
Oh my god.
I think on their booth they still have their CDs for
Yeah.
sale. Like you can buy their CDs from booth.
Oh, but for digital downloads.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Their CDs are on their page still.
yeah. I think that's all I wrote for just the intro there. So I don't know if you had anything else that you wanted to add, or
Yeah, just wanted to speak a little bit more on Hakuro, the illustrator and designer of this album.
for sure.
So you mentioned that they also did the album art for Janet Tay. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
So I think they've been around for a hot minute. Their online presence, say like their Pixiv account stretches all the way back to like 2009. That's a decade ago, which is just so strange to think about.
Let's I'm not going to think about how 2009 was a decade ago.
Yeah, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus.
Anyway, so on
We're
their
old.
huh? Yeah,
We're old.
we're old as shit. God. Anyway, so their Hakuro, their circle name is Iro Iro Drop,
Yes.
and on their webpage, they've listed out all the other albums or circles that they've contributed to, which includes like Satellite Himawari,
Yes.
Shoujo Vivid. So as far back as like 2012. So they've been doing this for a while.
I actually think when we were in Mandarake and I picked up a Satellite Himawari album that I didn't have, I actually think now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that was probably Hakuro. This is probably Hakuro's illustration on the front.
Well, there we go. Really digging one for this release.
Yeah, no, I mean they've got a very nice style. Like I don't know if they actually watercolor these, but they look really nice. I like how they look,
Yeah. And usually the general rule of thumb is if the album art's good, pretty sure the music's going to be good too.
Well, I don't believe that, but
Uh-oh.
I don't believe that's the case all the time, but
Most of the time. Like I said, rule of thumb.
if it's well, I will say if you got cool album art, it's definitely I'm more likely to pick it up based on cool album art. But I do not think that that cool album art usually correlates to a good album.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Spoilers, I don't think that's the case here. I think this is pretty all right. So I mean, I guess we can jump into it if that's all you
Yeah,
had to
that's all I got. Let's hop in.
hopping on in.
からは覗いて光る信号の下目も歯もなく繰り返して悪いことは言わないようだって気づいたなら
So the first track, the intro track, Tori Ame ga Yandara, which is an arrangement of Tomorrow Will Be Special, Yesterday Was Not from Mountain of Faith. What is that? Ashita Hare no Hi, Ke no Kino, like that's
Ken,
just
yeah.
katakana.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh. Actually, I guess we should have mentioned this before, but this whole album is just Mountain of Faith and UFO arrangements. I think
It's true.
it is. It's true,
It's about half and half.
which is cool. You know, I like. I'm a Suwako fan, so. You know, this song starts with what sounds like this kind of like foreboding melody, which I know it's the source. It's the source song, so it's just like, huh, you know. But I think it's because of like the mode that it's in, because it doesn't sound like the song changes key even when you get to like the second half of the song. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think the song actually changes keys when it's going, you know?
Yeah. So I think they tweaked the source melody a little bit just to be able to, not have to switch.
I actually I mean that's the second half of the song I actually really like. It like grew on me because the first few listens I listened to this album quite a few times before actually making notes on it. Like I don't like hate this song, but it definitely didn't like stand out to me. You know what I mean? But I think overall I think I do like it, and I think it's fun, especially the second half. So
yeah, I'm a big fan of the second half.
Like the ascending like chord build up too during like the chorus, like the bang, like the one thing I will say is the and I think I mentioned this for one of the Nekorisu releases, is that the ending they cut the reverb tail instead of letting it fade out or fading it out, so it's just like this abrupt cut. And I was like, it's just like that tiny detail that like I'm like, come on, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, just give it a couple more seconds to fade out.
Yeah, just let it ring, man. Let freedom ring. You know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, I think it's a good way to start the album too. Like having this sort of melancholic first half of the song, but then it like gets like fun at the end.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty I think fun just in general is the sort of feeling I get throughout the album. A lot of fun arranges.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with you there. I don't know if you want to jump to the next song, because that's really all I have to say about. Oh, I didn't even actually say that it's Tori Ame ga Yondara, which is localized to like if the rain stops or when the rain stops, like that kind of, which is a really like sentimental title. It's pretty nice. It's a good title, good song title. But no, that's really all I have to say about that song. I don't really.
Sure. I have a couple notes. So we mentioned liking the second half. In particular, I like at the 137 mark. It's like it's where the bass, lead guitar, and the vocals, they all follow like the same melody. It's like a do 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 do.
Oh, let me actually pull up the song. Hopefully, I don't. Oh yeah, I hear the guitar now. I wasn't listening to that before, but there it is.
There it is. It's not something I hear often, where kind of like every
band is playing the same. Every member's playing the same notes.
Yeah, and obviously it's not something you want to overuse, but it's just like, oh, that's pretty neat.
No, it's fun. It's fun here.
Yeah, it's a welcome surprise, and it fits the like fun mood of this second half. What do you think about the mix compared to like the other, or like the tone compared to like the other Toho rock circles that we've discussed so far?
I mean, it's fine. I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's just it sounds a lot like Janet Tay. It's just like
well, yeah.
I'll say it now. I'll say it at the end. It's like, this is, if you like Janet Tay, you can just listen to this. If you miss Janet Tay, you can listen to Liptone. No, I mean, it's got a little bit of crunch, but like it's fine. I don't,
Yeah,
it's kind of what I kind of do when I do the good find your way guitar tones. So like
yeah,
I don't really have
a clean tone.
What's that?
It's a pretty common, a lot of circles use this sort of
just a little bit of crunch, just a little bit, it's not like completely clean, Yeah, and there's a little chorus on it too. Just a little, just a little
Yeah.
bit,
Just a wee bit. But I think what I wanted to emphasize is how it feels compared to like say Kurage's Seek Room or some such. The mix here or everything feels like clear. There's a lot of clarity, like clear separation between like the bass, which really stands out. Like they're in their own like separate little zones, and yeah, I don't really know how else to put it, but it just feels like clear.
Right.
You
I
can
mean,
clearly identify. Whereas some, I guess, like to some degree, like I went back to listen to the Kurage Seek Room playback for you, and I'm not gonna say it feels muddier, but there is more like I'm gonna say muddier. I'm just gonna say outright.
The thing with the Kurage Seek Room album too that we reviewed too was that guitar tone had more bite, like more overdrive. There was more distortion too.
Yeah.
And to get that guitar sound to stick out, you got to sort of trade something else.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's only so much frequency room you can have. What I will say about this Liptone album is that when I was listening to it, I never once thought, "Wow, I don't like how this is mixed at all." Like nothing really like, "Oh, this is an amazing mix," but it's also not. There was nothing in there that made me like, "Oh, I wish they had done this." Like I know I've said that before about other circles and other mixes, like, "Oh, I wish they had done this or this." There's nothing here that sort of stuck out, but there was nothing that I disagreed with either,
I think that's a sign of like a good mix, and like
it's
good.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Wow, there's that word again.
There it is.
It's been a while since we used fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let me cough first. Excuse me.
He muted his mic, so he didn't have to. I'm gonna leave that in.
Yeah, I have a headset, so I can't like move away from the mic.
Right. No, I got you.
One more thing I wanted to point out. So, the 137 timestamp that I specifically mentioned.
Yeah.
There's also background vocals.
Yeah. No, those are great.
Yeah. And to be honest, like I prefer. I don't know if that's also Nanase back there because no one else is credited as contributing vocals, but it sounds different, and I actually prefer like the sort of not like inflection, but their style of singing. Whoever's in the background, I prefer that over Nanase's, which his is fine. It's perfectly fine, but whoever's in the background there, I dig what they're doing, and they pop up many times, and I feel like their presence is always welcome.
Yeah, they're going to be in a few more songs. I didn't write it for this song, but I do agree. I like that. I just wrote the second half is really catchy. I should have wrote more like, "Oh, these backing vocals are sick," because they are. It's always. Well, I like sing-alongs. Like recorded group vocals. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought I'd just place it here because it's the first instance of that occurring.
Yeah, sure, makes sense to me.
And that's all I got for this one.
Well, then I guess we'll move on to the next track. Called Day and Layer, which is He and the Alien from UFO.
New Ace theme.
So this This, the main theme of the song is transposed into a major octave riff. Like it's transposed into a major key and then an octave riff, and that's so good. Like that's the intro. Like you can just immediately start the song. And it's like that's the.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wow, that is the theme.
You can barely tell because it's been transposed into this major octave riff, But it's so cool. Oh, that's my second note. In fact, because it's in major, you can barely tell what the source song that it's the source song.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I wrote just like my own songs. LOL.
Whoa.
So this song is it's fine. I love the break after the chorus actually, and I know that's the 2-minute timestamp. If you want to skip all the way to 2 minutes,
I'm there.
But that break.
That's a good rhythm.
And the da-da-da-da, which it goes into the solo. That's part of the source theme too. Because in the original song it's like da-da-da-da-da-da-da,
Yeah.
It's that, but they broke it up. They slowed it down. It's very, very cool. Very cool feel to that. Oh, and then the more backing vocals are in the next part. Like this whole section right up until the guitar solo is good. The solo starts about 2:45, so like that whole break between 2 and the solo at 2:45 is just so good. And then the solo comes in, I'm like, the solo is just it's the source. It's like those arpeggios. Yeah. I'm just like
like I get it, but I'm not like enthused about it.
Right. I mean, it's the source song, and it's definitely a more unique take on the source song that I've heard in a long time, I feel like, because this song's kind of hard to arrange.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
the melodies are so weird. Like, the source song is just really weird. So this is a really, I feel like, a cohesive way to arrange, because he's taken all the parts. They've arranged all the parts, and they have transposed them into a major key, but they're all here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gang's all here.
I obviously haven't heard every single He and the Alien arrangement ever, but I just, of the ones that I have heard, which I will say it's not many, but this is definitely one of the more unique takes on it, in my opinion. And just definitely having, like I said, like all of the source melodies in here, it's I can give him credit for that. That's for sure. But I think beyond that part, at like that 2-minute break, which I think comes in at the end again. I think they repeat it. I'm sort of like on this song, Yeah,
it's a fun jam. That's as much as I really have to say about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it too. So we can move on to the next one if you want, but only if you want to. I could probably find more things to talk about here, but
yeah, I guess I could just give a shout out to like the lo-fi effect on the vocals at like 3:23. I mean, you gotta have it at least once in an album, right?
So there's actually 2 vocal parts there. I don't know if the second one's very quiet and has more of that low it's the high pass filter. So like there's even more of that effect on there on the backing vocal, so it's like almost inaudible, but there's 2 vocal parts there. That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah,
a lot of times when mixing, and I mean this goes for I guess Dojin in general, but sometimes I feel like less really is more when you're mixing. You don't have to like push everything super loud, I guess. Even the subtle mix changes, even if they're not, like in your face, that the effect of them is still there. Like having that second vocal behind Nanase's, which is also low passed as well. Did I say low? I meant high passed, excuse me.
I honestly don't remember at this point.
I don't remember either. I'm trying to think about it. I'm like, wait, hold up.
Wait a minute.
It's filtered. There's
filtered.
There's a frequency filter. I just forget which one. And
we're more and more losing our street cred over here.
Seriously, we're frauds. Thank you for listening.
And despite our fraud status,
I think we can move on to the next song, though.
We can.
隠れるように舌出してるたびが見透かして
I think the reading for it is Ai Casa, Indigo Umbrella. I guess probably the most appropriate localization for it.
Neat. Guess whose theme it arranges.
So this is a Beware the Umbrella Left There Forever arrangement. Kogasa, probably, I guess.
Yeah, that's her name.
I actually don't really have a lot to say about this song.
It's another fun jam.
It's just got a swing beat, you know. There's a little swing on it. There's a little swang on it, you know. But I don't have a lot to say. I don't hate it. It's fine. It's fun.
It's fine. And we have our first bona fide guitar solo at 139. Like where it clearly takes like front and center stage. And then there's another solo at 327. It's really groovy, enjoyable arrange. It's really I don't know. I've listened to it quite a few times as well, and I really can't come up with much to say that like hasn't already been established when we were talking about
The last two.
Yeah.
I guess this is a good point, as I need to talk about it now, because I wrote it as a note for the next song. It's become, I guess, a little more obvious as you're listening to this that they are that Nokishita is very, I wouldn't say strict, but they are sticking pretty close to the source material. Like he's changing the song melodies so that like they can fit into songs, but he is still very rigidly sticking to the melodies. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I feel like being locked into the melodies, even transposing them into major, still locking them, not changing them that much at all, it's not, I think, working in service to some of the songs, or maybe it's that because they were arranged in this way to begin with, that the songs are not maybe as good as they could be, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Like, am I making sense? I don't know if I'm...
Yeah, I kind of get you. Like, instead of like building upon the melody, you feel like it's sort of like constrained by them.
Yeah, just like a little bit. Like some of these songs, and we're gonna get to them. Some of these songs I think are really good, but then we get to like this song and the next song, and it's like where they could, I feel like, be better if Nokishita went like a little looser with like how they were arranging, you know? Just not sticking so rigidly to the source melodies, I guess.
I definitely feel that way with the next song, the fourth one.
Yeah, that's why I wrote it for the next song. I brought it up here because when you mentioned the guitar solo first, I'm like, isn't this just the source melody in swing? I'm just like, okay, that's fine. But I wrote the note for this next song, which I guess we can talk about if you want to go for it.
Yeah, let's hop right to it.
なるほど確かにそれは大事なものだ希少なものなら得意分野でもありふれるほど見方く望んだものならずっと求めてた大切なものだわったはずでよくよく見たなら意外と近くにあるのかもしれないよ人から見たならゴミのようだけど現れたらって言ったなんてそんなものはどこに置いてきたの
Track 4 is Ishitsu to Taika, Loss and Compensation, which is a Nazarene arrangement. It's the Tiny Clever Commander arrangement. So one thing I will say about this song, and it starts off with it too, like it starts, the intro to the song is great, and then the main riff comes in, and you have those flickering synths in the back too. Those are so sick.
Yeah, I love the delay.
it's doubled up with the guitar. Yeah, with the guitar delay. I'm pretty sure it's a synth. Is there a synth? Hold up. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the guitar and delay. But it sounds great.
Yeah.
But whatever that is, it sounds great.
Probably the best part of this whole song.
You took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I think too.
So
Wow, great minds think alike, it seems.
no, it's definitely a less frantic arrangement than the source. So, kudos for making the source not crazy. But like I said, I wrote the note here. The song melodies are played really straight. This isn't a bad song by any means. I'm kind of like whatever on this song as well,
Yeah. And I guess for me, it's kind of an extension of how I feel about Nazrin's theme in general. I'm kind of head towards it. And so when you do like a strict arrange of theme I'm not too big on, it sort of stands to reason that I'm not really big on this song either.
Right. When I say I'm playing the like when you're playing the source melody like straight, like you can listen to the chorus, which I don't have a timestamp for it, but it's just like da 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 da, and I'm like, man,
That's the first verse.
oh, it's it's also the
He
first
starts
verse.
doing it like
Only
right
it's
after that intro.
only it's da 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 da. So it's a different harmony, but it's like the same melody, which I forget if that's how the original song does. Probably does. Zune likes to do that, but it's just I don't know, just a little more to have just a little more freedom. I don't know. It just seems so rigid, like you're very rigidly sticking to it, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like all things like the instrumentation is great,
I really do love that riff, that like that delayed. That sounds great in the main part, the main instrumental part, I guess. But I don't know. Like I said, this song's just whatever for me. It's whatever. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
It's fine. It is what it is. It certainly is in a range of Nazrin's theme.
It is, but I literally don't have anything else to talk about. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you brought out your like the biggest point, the most like salient point regarding like last song and this one. So I mean, yeah, there's really not much else to say.
Well, then let's move on.
Yeah, we will.
いつの何かを隣に二つの息は消してこれすらと続いた赤くただ赤く溶けた翼の先の瞳を見ていた気づけば 遠く透けて塵も虹だけ乗せて忘れられていた星見ていたもう一回
We have track 5. It's the title track, Koyu no Shika, Poetry in the Autumn Colors. It's a title track. So,
yeah,
I like this song.
I do too.
But I feel like it sounds like they really wanted to make like this really emotional power ballad kind of song. Not enough time was spent crafting or arranging the melodies. And this is where the points we were talking about for the last two songs about sort of sticking rigidly to the theme, it really hurts this song because I think this song is good and it could have been a lot better arrangement wise, And the first thing that sticks out to me is the intro has this guitar.
It's the source theme.
It is. No, but like they feel like they could have changed that just a little bit because the way, hold up, I'm just going to get the timestamp.
I felt that it was fine.
The intro is great, and then the at like 18 seconds when like the and I'm using air quotes here, like the guitar solo. I don't know if you'd call it a guitar solo, but like this guitar lead, it doesn't sound. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like that. That dun, 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 I'm just like What happened? Because like the first 18 seconds are great, and then like this lead starts, and I know it's not clashing. It's in the right key, but something about it's just not. And I know it's the source, right? I think it's the source.
For the most part, yeah.
I don't know. That aside, I'm going to talk about Nanase singing for a minute. Nanase is a good singer, and I like his voice. That said, this is what I think is a common singing problem, and this is just my opinion here. And I am no way saying that I'm a good singer. It's really noticeable to me here, or I noticed it. Maybe it's not. So I'm not saying that I'm a good or a better singer, but it's noticeable to me here, especially when the song is trying to be more impactful, more emotional, because that's what this song's trying to go for, I feel like. Nanase-san doesn't seem to be putting their all into this vocal performance. He is a good singer. I said that already. He's a good singer. Like, he hits all his notes, and he has a pretty unique and pleasing voice, in my opinion. I like his voice. And I'm not saying it's phoned in. But it sounds to me like he's just singing the notes instead of like putting on a performance, you know? For example, like at 118, this pre-chorus and then the chorus, like I really want to hear him put more, I guess, feeling, some more emotion into that vocal part. And it's just sort of like he's just sort of singing the notes.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there.
So after I listened to this song, well, the album, like my fifth listen when I was writing these notes, I went back and listened to one of my favorite Ja neっ亭 songs, which is ra ra ru ra ra ra, which is that's the name of the song, la la lu la la la. And what a great vocal performance. I'm actually gonna link to the song so that you can just hear it real quick. It's on Nico Video, so I hopefully you're logged into your Nico account.
I promise nothing, but send it over anyway.
Okay, well, specifically, I'm going to tell you to jump ahead to, if you can, because I know Nico Video is weird. Yeah, you have to be like a Nico Video Pro member
To skip ahead?
to skip ahead.
Jesus.
Yeah. Did you know in college I paid for that a little bit? It was like $5 a month or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just to upload, I think, bigger videos. They've sort of changed their video limits now. Like, you can upload any size you want, but every user only gets like 50 videos from when they changed it. So,
Huh. Interesting.
oh, but apparently you don't have to be logged in to watch videos anymore. I'm not logged in. I can still. That's
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, same here. I don't know. Times are changing. Who'd have thunk it? All right, where am I jumping to?
Try and jump to. I mean, even the verses still sound like. I think like a minute is going to be the pre-chorus and then the chorus. So like the same part of the song I'm comparing to this lip tone song, you know? So if you can try and skip ahead to like a minute and then the chorus starts about 1:15.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little more there's more nuance and emphasis in his singing there.
I don't want to say like, oh, in this older song, it sounds like you're having more fun performing. Cause you know, the song's a little more up tempo than I think any of the songs on this lip tone album. But I don't know, it just feels like there's a little bit of some of that juice missing. And I feel like a little more of that in this song, this lip tone song, Koyu no Shika, would have done it a lot more favors, I guess. You know, like I like this song, but it's just lacking a little bit in, I guess I was going to say in comparison. Like I said, I don't know if that's fair, but that's just the way I feel, you know? I can't change the way I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's your opinion, and we're here to provide our opinions.
Yeah, it's true, you know, for better or for worse. That's the case. Ugh. Not to say I love you. Don't break me. So another thing about this song is that, and this is because it's the source song. The chorus chord progression is kind of strange to me. This is most likely to accommodate the source. Okay, fine. Yeah, and I just wrote it again. Is I wish Nokishita gave themselves a little more freedom with the arrangements. Yeah, there it is again.
Be free, my child.
But I like this song, so I just I wish there was a little more to it, I guess, you know? I don't know.
I don't know a single thing about anything.
I mean, fair. Me too. Did you have anything to say about this song? I know I talked quite a bit about this one, about what I didn't like about it, even though I like it. It's Native Faith. I love Native Faith.
I mean, ultimately, this is a good song. I'm a fan of it. Just this being, it's at 450, being the longest song on the album.
It is the longest,
and
song on the
especially
album.
like with the outro, Nokishita's really like wailing on that guitar. It feels like this could end the album. It feels like an album ender to me. Just the way it fades out, sort of like the extended jam.
Oh yeah, I guess it could. It could have ended the album, but I think its placement is actually pretty good within this series of songs.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
But I get what you're saying.
Like it could, but then there's 2 more songs.
And it does. This song does have those backing vocals during the guitar part of the outro.
Yeah,
it has more of those backing vocals. It's a little more clear in this one that it is Nanase doing those backing vocals. Well, at least doing these backing vocals. That's not to say other people didn't contribute there, but like you said, they're not credited if they did backing vocals. So
yeah, man, fess up. Who did them? We want names. We want Twitter profiles.
Everything is linked in the description, so I do have the Twitters of all the members, all of the relevant links that we've been talking about as well. So definitely check them out, because spoilers, this album is good. We're just I'm just harsh.
We're picking nits over here.
No, I mean, you know what they say. You critique things because you want them to be better. If we didn't care, we'd say we wouldn't care.
Yeah, if we didn't care, we wouldn't have reviewed the album.
Yeah, basically, like we'd say, well, we were gonna review this, but we didn't care. We didn't think it was worth time to actually talk about. So, but no, I like this. So we're gonna keep talking about. We're gonna move on to the next track, which
yeah, we will.
気づかない国でも溺れるほど深くに病むほど浅くもないよ
Sorry, I don't actually know what the correct Hatsuon is for this. It could be Umiha, it could be Kayo.
Does that show up anywhere in
No, I couldn't. I spent a good amount of time looking it up, but I just don't know what the reading is for these first 2 kanji. I actually don't even know how to localize it properly. So I'm gonna go with Kayo Dori. Kayo Tori. The first kanji is, of course, it's Umi. It's the ocean or the sea.
That's what I recognize.
Yeah. And the second one is Ha or Yo. Like those are the on or the kun readings. And that word, that kanji, that character is for like leaf, plane of plane. It's a plane, and I'm assuming like a plane of existence.
Those are 2 very different things.
Well, no, maybe not existence, but no, like flat, a flat thing, like a plane where you rest. Like I'm thinking about it in terms of like 3D space, like a plane, like it's
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm just hopefully you, the listener, are understanding what I'm talking about when I say like a plane. Not like a flying plane, but like a plane that you can like a flat plane
Yeah, like 2D plane.
in 3D space, maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, excuse me. What these what the reading is for these characters. I just don't know. So I did not go into the lyrics. I didn't feel like digging up my CD. I ripped this earlier this year, or maybe at the end of last year. I don't remember. Probably earlier this year, and I just don't remember where it is right now. So I didn't look into the lyrics for any of these. Sorry. But anyway, so those are what the and of course Doherty is I know what it means, but now I don't know how to explain it. Usually it's used in the context of the way you thought it was or the way you think it should be, you know? Like
Sonotori.
yeah, exactly. Sonotori, ittatori, kiitatori. You know, it's like as you expected. I think I should just look it up, but
Yeah. And who can forget Keikaku Dori just as planned, baby.
it's really just as you expected, I guess. That's the second half of that song title. It's just I don't know how to localize it because I don't know what the prop reading is, and I'm not quite sure what the meaning of the ocean. Like you could say it's like the ocean plane, you know, like the surface of the ocean, but like I don't know if that's what that means. We're gonna spend like 10 minutes talking about how I don't know what this title means.
Honestly, we could just end up spending more time like ruminating about the title than actually talking about the song.
What? I like this song. I think it's good. I think the chorus is really good, and the vocal and the guitar melodies during the chorus are super catchy. And the verse melodies are nice too, although it's sticking to the source, you know, we're just on the source.
I like this source better than Nazrin's theme, so there you
it's
go. I
Romantic
like
Fall.
this song more.
We have not mentioned it yet, but it is Romantic Fall.
Oh
Which
yeah,
I think is stage 1, right? From Mountain of Fate.
that's correct.
Yeah. But I think this is one of the better songs on the album. It has more backing vocals. Those good backing vocals. It's like 4 minutes, but it feels shorter than that, which is usually a good sign.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't drag anywhere. It's just I don't know what the title is.
Just slide up in Nokishita, slide up in their DMs. Get the deets. What do you call this?
No, I'm not gonna.
No, don't.
No.
But here, I think.
There's a cough.
You forgot to mute my mic.
Got to mute.
Too slow.
Not to make fun of your illness. I'm sure you suffered greatly.
Makes my back hurt when I cough.
Oh, that's actually not good.
It's less than ideal. Anyway, I wanted to point out that in comparison to what we talked about last song, I think Nanase's vocal performance here is a little more inspired, puts a little more oomph into it. So definitely appreciative of that.
I just think it's a good song. It's like I wish I had a little bit more to talk about, but I just think this one's good.
Yeah, it's just a really pretty arranged. I think what I pointed out or what I noted down was like for a slower song, it was probably like in terms of tempo, the slowest song in the album.
Yeah, you know, when I just started it now, I'm like, wait, this song is that slow?
But in the chorus, despite the slower tempo, there's a lot going on with the lead guitar over in the right channel.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Like the lead melodies during the guitar during the chorus, the lead guitar part is really catchy. Like has like this.
Is he tapping?
It sounds like tapping. Yeah, just like some casual low tempo tapping.
Just to flex a little bit.
Well, I think we could play something like this if we learned it. You know?
Yeah, it's not that hard.
But it definitely gives a cool sound. Sounds cool. It's good. It's good. It's fun. Good song.
It's good. I'd place this at better than fine. It's good.
Yeah, me too.
We've upped our rating scale. It's not just fine now. It's good.
Well, I mean, unless you had anything more specific, we can jump to the last song.
Nah,
I think.
top to it.
少し遠慮しようあの月見草の花言葉はお断りだから消えた祈り君とならこの先の困難も込めてゆける月明かり下に二人並んでまたそんな夢流したもう言い出せないや幸せなままでいて
Here's something we can read.
Well, why don't you read it then?
All right. Our seventh and final song is Tsuki Miso.
Yeah, but what does it mean?
I don't know.
It's written in katakana, but it means evening primrose. There's 3 kanji in the actual word. Of course, there's moon, which is tsuki, of course, is the moon. The mi is actually to see, like miru. The soul reading is actually grass, plants, herbs. It's the character that people are using as the LOL, the Japanese LOL right now. Yeah, Kusa. It's using the own reading soul, but it's a Tsukimi soul, evening primrose. But those are the 3 kanji for the actual word. But it's written in katakana here. This is a dark road arrangement. As I was writing the notes, I realized, wait a minute, this is the intro of the source song, just in a major key. It sounds great. It sounds so fun. Spoiler alert, I think this is the best song on the album, and I love it. Outside of the context of this album, I think this is the best song. Like, if I was going to add, and I prefer to keep whole albums on, like, my phone, even if I don't like or, like, love all of the songs. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But if I was going to be that kind of person who just deleted songs and only left the ones that they really liked on their phone, this would probably be like this one would probably be, well, maybe I'd put the last song on here too, but this song definitely would stay. This song is dope. Then the main riff comes in, and well, here's the note I wrote. The main riff comes in after the intro, and then it's like at this main riff, I'm like, okay, this is the best song on the album. This is the kind of song that I like. And actually, the first time I listened to this song, I know I've said, well, we've both said that we listened to this album quite a few times in preparation for this review. But on my first listen, this was the one song that really made me like perk up my ears. I'm like, wait, what? Hold up. This song sounds really good. Because it's good. I'm stuttering so much because I like this song a lot. I like this song a lot. Like even in the intro riff, the and it's also the chorus melody too, I think. That's the source melody from Zoon's original song. But it sounds so good in this context,
Yeah, it's so fun here.
Well, I kind of want to listen to it now, but I was going to use like one example that's at the very end of like, well, there's got to be more to this song than just saying, oh, there's a great guitar solo. There's a great guitar solo. I don't know where. I didn't timestamp it because I'm an idiot. Which is also the source theme, right?
It is. I'm listening to it right now.
It's about 2:30.
I don't even remember how the rest of the song goes. The rest of Dark Road.
I think the original source. Actually, I guess I'll pull it up real quick just so I don't speak out of turn.
Oh, actually, I remember it now. What was that one? Iosis, Ioshisu. Miracle Hinako. Yeah, that one rules.
Yeah, it's in minor. It's like da, 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 which sounds really great in major key. And they sped it up a little bit too. It's like da 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 da. That sounds great. It sounds like that's a really catchy melody in major, in minor too, but also in the context of the song as a major. And I feel like if that's the kind of thing you wanted to do, you could have done that with the other songs. I feel like, I don't know. That's just what I think. Like, if you were going to stay rigid to the source material like you were through the whole album, and you got this one amazing song out of it, it's like, well, I don't know. What am I saying? I don't know. I give up. Review's over.
Review's over. That's all we have to say.
No, but I'm listening to the source song right now.
I'm gonna listen.
This is actually the one of the few times I was going back to the source songs after listening to the arrangements that Liptone has done, because I'm just like, do they really just take the source song and not really change it too much? The source melodies, I mean, obviously the songs are completely different. What Dark Road really is just like the same melody over and over again, isn't it?
Damn, Miracle Hinical is so good. That's all I was listening to.
I have a confession. I don't think I've ever listened to Miracle Hinical.
It's okay.
You've disowned me. I know of it.
More so than any other reason to call you out as a fraud. I think this is the biggest one.
What, Miracle Hinical?
Not having listened to Miracle Hinical.
All right, well, I'll listen to it after this, okay? I'll attach it after the outro. I'll do a live listening, and you all can hear.
Oh my god!
I'll record my first time listening to it. Okay.
Veto reacts to.
Yeah, Veto reacts to Miracle Hinical. Or I'll put it as a separate video.
My bad.
No, but this song is great. Tsukimiso by Liptone is great. The only other note I have after great guitar solo is that there's a great little break during the outro. Like the outro is going for a while, it's still doing the main riff, da 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 da. So, but then at 4:05, it just has like this little break to catch you off guard.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a really nice touch.
It is. And that's what gives it the end of the album feel. Like this song to me feels like, oh, this is a good way to end the album. Great song. Love it. I don't know if you have anything else to say about it. I sort of gushed incoherently for like for half an hour about it. No, I'm kidding.
No, I have nothing to say. I thought it was a fun arrange, and then now that you've mentioned all of those shenanigans, I'm in agreement with you on pretty much all fronts. So you've said what I could have said if I thought about it more.
Well, then I guess to summarize my whole thoughts about it, arranging music is hard.
It's
making
true.
music in general is hard.
Oh, it's very hard.
And not everyone is going to like all music, right? So I think there's some merit in being able to take Zune's source themes and make them this recognizable in your own arrangements. Because like immediately I could tell like, oh, this must be the source song because it's a part that seems really stiff.
Right.
And these still feel, overall, they feel like really fresh, even though it is sticking so rigidly to the source material, like the source melodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these feel like unique rock takes on them.
Yeah, and I would prefer this over, say, like trying to create a song and then sort of just like lazily slap on like a 1-to-1 transpose of the source, or try to like shove it into like just the vocals,
or just doing like a straight like, oh, you took the source song and you made it metal.
Oh yeah.
Congrats. I know I've talked to you about that before.
Yeah, and I think we've expressed our distaste for that on one of these episodes.
Our general disdain. Well, I don't know if we have, but like on this show, but just like, I mean, it's fine, you do whatever you want to do, I guess, but that's not really for me,
Mm-hmm.
like the people who just take the song and it's like, okay, we've made it metal. People really like those, and I get why, it's fine, but it's not for me. So I definitely do prefer this, even if like the songs don't all like hit home for me on this album. I don't dislike any of them. The ones that I was just like, okay, but I don't hate any of them.
Yeah, it was just an enjoyable listen all around for me. There weren't any points where I audibly, like groaned or like, oh man, I can't believe they did this.
Yeah, but there are only a few tracks that I like really like. Of course, the last song, Tsukimiso. I like the one before that, Kaiyo Dore Umiha Dori. However that's pronounced. Those two I think are really good. The intro song, Tori Ame ga Yondara, A Day in Layers, okay. Title track Koyo no Shika is pretty good too. I wish it was better, but it's still pretty good, you know. But
I like the third one, the one that has the swing beat, the
the swing
Kogasa.
song. See, it's like we're
Like it's fun.
It's
Like I'm not saying it's my favorite, but like just going through.
yeah, like there's nothing bad about this album. Like the songs I don't like, they're still pretty good. You know? And you know, if I'm honest, I mean that's the kind of thing I'd probably say about Janet Tay as well. You know, I would have to listen to it again to be sure. But the song I linked to you, da da da, but is actually like the only song on that album that I liked.
Oh wow.
So I mean, like I said, it's been years since I listened to that album, but that's the only one I remember liking, and I liked it enough I translated it or tried to anyway. So I mean, I don't know. It's for me, Lip Tone is just Janet Tay
Diet.
kind of different because Janet didn't do the arrangements. It's Nokishita instead. You know what I mean? So people who miss Janet Tay, who like Janet Tay and miss Janet Tay albums, while Janet is playing in Mojambo, and actually their other circle that he leads. Shoot, what's the name? I know they had the Whores or the Hors d'oeuvres EP, and then their newest CD. I'm gonna get up and go to my stack of Dojin CDs behind me and find this CD. Hold on 1 second here. Of course, how could I forget the circle by the name of Watashi Kisama?
Oh, of course.
Which is also led by the Mojambo guy. I feel bad calling him that. I'm gonna open up the notes here. But Janet plays in that circle now too. Let's see here. Yeah. Tanaka Junjiro, who's Mojambo. What's really weird to me is that Janet isn't in the credits for Watashi Kisama, but he's definitely Mojambo live support. He's definitely Watashi Kisama support. I don't know.
That's probably just for live performances, but when it comes to like actually producing the album,
no, I think I saw, and maybe it was on a Mojambo album, that he does like the drum programming. I think he may program the percussion for the latest Mojambo stuff. Now I'm gonna look it up real quick. But anyway, basically what I'm saying is Janet has not released a Janet Tay album in like a hot minute. So if you're desperate for that what would you call this? Like just the indie rock? Like the indie rock sound? I know indie rock doesn't,
I guess.
like indie rock isn't like a real sound, you know, but like I don't know what else to call it, you know?
I guess yeah, how do I put it? Like
alternative rock.
alt rock, baby.
Yeah, if you look on the latest Mojambo, Janet is the drummist. Credited as drummist.
Wowee. Yeah, there he is.
Mm-hmm. Good old Janet knowledge.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's just rock. But it's not J-rock, it's Japanese rock.
What is J-rock but Japanese rock? What is?
Well,
you know what I mean though when I say indie, like alternative, right?
That sort of feeling.
That phrase to me, I know it doesn't mean anything. Obviously, indie rock, independent musicians, it's like Dojin and Jen, just people who do it themselves or whatever, you know? But I think like in, what was it, like the early 2000s or the mid 2000s to early 2010s, there's like this surge of bands that had, that I guess that music media, is that right? Like reviewing websites would call it like it's indie rock, you know? It's like what, like Modest Mouse or
oh yeah. Franz Ferdinand?
Yeah, I guess. The Strokes?
Not quite. But I get
but like all of these weird all these quote unquote, I don't even want to call them weird. That's not the right word, but like this new breed of rock, and they didn't know what to call it, so they called it indie alternative rock, you know, because it didn't sound like dad rock or what I'm calling dad rock now, which is classic rock, you know.
And it wasn't grunge.
And it wasn't grunge.
It's not hard rock.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So it was just rock, but they didn't know what to call it, so they called it alternative or indie rock, you know. I don't know. That's what Janet Tay has always sounded like to me. It's never been like hard rock, but it's never been punk. It's just been this. Yeah. I mean, and I'm not like knocking bands that I've mentioned either. I'm just sort of saying like that's what they called them, and that's kind of where I would put Janet Tay and Liptone, you know, just like that. You know. I don't know. Listen to the crossfade and decide for yourself, I guess. I'm just telling you what I felt about the album.
Don't judge, please.
So yeah, but for people who like Janet Tay and were really feeling their lack of presence these last 3 years, check out Liptone. You know, they're
it's a fun listen.
It's pretty good. And you can check out their Let's Play channel and check out all their Splatoon arrangements too. Sounds it's pretty cool. I don't really have anything else to say about it, so I guess we can sign off unless you have any closing notes.
No, I have nothing else to contribute.
Oh no. Well, I guess
I mean, I could cough a few more times. Should I do it for the people? I'll do it.
No, I think that's all we'll have to say about this. So thank you once again for listening to the 2D Doujin Ongaku podcast.
Yeah.
We are two dopes. My name is Veto.
I'm DJ.
And we'll see you hopefully next week, but who knows?
I hope I'm more healthy by then.
Yeah, if we can, we'll try and get a schedule figured out. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, tune in next time.